Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. I would have uploaded a little bit earlier today, but unfortunately I forgot to um, recharge my microphone stuff, and I didn't want to take any chances that the stuff would not have enough charge, and then I lose my audio halfway through the thing. But yeah, so have you guys ever seen that Matrix movie? The first one, though. The first one. Forget about the rest. Just the first one is the good one, right? And there are all these like metaphors in this movie and allegories that are very, very similar to how our life here is. My voice. That's what I get for sleeping with the fan on sometimes. But I digress. So, when we come to that realization that life is not quite what it seems to be, and we all have that moment in our lives, right? Eventually, we all figure that out, one way or another, knowingly or unknowingly. And what happens is you start to see things for what they truly are, and get a better understanding and grasping of what life really is all about. And that's the reason why I titled the video, Once You See It, You Can't Unsee It. Because that's exactly what happens. Call it your awakening, whatever you want to call it. But it's that moment when you realize that once you start seeing things for what they truly are, and you start to get that right, objective perspective on your life, and that we are here to just experience things and learn and grow and all this stuff that I've talked about, you can't go back to your old self. Your old self is done. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's that past version of you that existed once upon a time doesn't even exist anymore. Because in order for this new you to be here, that old one had to go. It's kind of like a new beginning, so to speak. Like literally, right? And this is what happens. You have to basically walk away from who you used to be to be able to become this newer person that is better in every way. And don't get hung up in the past. I've talked about this ad nauseum here. Don't get hung up in the past. Forget about it. Don't even look back. Don't worry about it. You know, just just look at it as an entertaining aspect of your life that when you look back on yourself, you actually chuckle and you get a good laugh out of it because it is funny in many different ways. And that's really all that there is. You come here, you experience everything, and then that old version of you that used to be completely different because Number one, it never had anything to do with who you truly are and your nature, so to speak, because we're all, performing and putting a mask on to be accepted and seen and liked and all these things, because that's all that programming, that all the conditioning and all the stuff that we all go through in our lives since early childhood up until we're grown up. It's kind of like that movie They Live. If you don't know what movie I'm talking about, go look it up on YouTube. You can probably watch the thing for free right now with ads or something. When they put the glasses on, right, and then they see everything the way it really is. And then he puts it on, he takes it off, he puts it on, and takes it off, right? And he's like, "What the heck is all that stuff all about?" It's crazy. It's crazy, and that's how it is once you have your aha moment, and you finally awake from your deep slumber, and you start seeing things very different from what you used to. And I think again, 2020 was a big turning point for all of mankind because it gave many of us that were already, questioning a lot of things to really open our eyes wide open and then start seeing what's really going on. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but for me, that made a huge impact, a huge difference. And I think a lot of us, at that point where we're like, oh yeah, I'm awake and this and that. But now when you look back and you remember that and all the stuff that was going on, or all the madness and the things that people were subjecting themselves to because of fear of losing your job, whatever the case may have been. People were afraid, and so many people caved in because of such fear. And those who didn't, those those were the ones who really stood their ground and said, "No, I'm not buying that. And I'm not doing something against my will when I don't feel comfortable about it." It's that simple. It's a matter of principle. You know, there comes a point in your life where you have to really stand for yourself and basically tell yourself and others, if you have to, my integrity is not for sale. That's not negotiable. Period. So that's what I mean by once you see, you just can't unsee. Picture picture yourself like, how the Statue of Justice has that the blindfold. Usually on its depictions, however it's portrayed, Justice is blind, right? Lady Justice. And this is kind of like how we go on about our lives and how we live our lives pretty much most of the time, up until that day comes where you decide to take the blindfold out. You slowly start picking out the blindfold. Well, you pick here and there, and then you're like, something is not right. Something is just off. And then one day something big happens, something major happens. Whatever, it doesn't matter what the catalyst is. It doesn't matter at all. What matters is it gets to a point one day where you just take the whole blindfold off. And once you take that stuff off, you can't put it back on. It's kind of like we were blind our whole lives to so many different truths and other aspects of life that we were not aware of because of the direction that we were going and the things that we were doing, whatever the case was or is. And then once you get out of that state of mind, state of being, and you change your perspectives on all kinds of things, it's like you just you would never be able to go back because, like I said, that version of you no longer exists. There is but a shadow of it left because there's always some sort of reminiscent factor, whatever it is. I don't know, that kind of like stays behind somehow. It's just part of our psychology, part of our psyche. It's the way it is. But it would be kind of like picture like a snake when it sheds its skin, right? And once the snake sheds that old skin, it can't go back and redress itself on that old skin. It'll never happen. And that's would be the pretty much the same analogy with us when we have these moments in our life where we start to wake up, so to speak, if that's what you want to call it. It doesn't really matter the name of it. It's seeing things for what they truly are. And then you can't go back. You just can't. It's never gonna happen. It's like the guy in the Matrix movie. He took the red pill, and then later on he was like regretting it, and then he ended up he made a deal with the guys who ran the program, and he went and took the blue pill again because he regretted that he saw things for what they truly were, and he wanted to go back to being asleep and not knowing anymore. It's a pretty ironic and funny metaphor that they put it in the movie. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. And this time of the year is depressing sometimes. It gets dark so fast outside. It's like, damn. The sun was out until not that long ago, and it's already super dark. Yeah, that's winter for you. But anyway, that was all for today, and I guess I will catch you all on the next one. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you like the content. It helps the channel grow and reach more people, and I truly appreciate that. So with that said, I will see you all next time, my friends. Take care and be safe.